Okay, so the posture that we're going to look at today is triangle pose. This is a great hip and groin opener, but it's also a really good spine lengthener and chest opener. So what I want you to do is come to stand at the top of your mat, and you're going to step back with your right foot, and then you're going to straighten your left leg. Turn the right toes to the side of the mat, and make sure that your left toes are facing forwards. Now, you might find it challenging to have the heel and the center of the arch of the foot in line. This is like proper alignment. If that's too much, step your right foot slightly forwards, okay? Now, before we start to tip into this, I really want you to actively press into that back foot. Really feel the skin on that back leg engaging and that butt cheek firing. Now with your front foot, I want you to press through the whole circumference of that front foot, especially the big toe mound. Then you're going to engage. Okay, so I've talked to you lots about sway back and locking out the joints. This pose was one of the most challenging for me and one of the ones that felt the most uncomfortable with my vulnerable knees. I'll show you why. This is why. Okay, if you can see my front knee, I am hyper extending like crazy. Now triangle pose, we come forwards and we tip down. So once I start to tip down, I'm literally sending all of that weight into my knee the wrong direction. It made me feel icky, it made me feel uncomfortable, it made me feel like I was about to give myself an injury. And that's because I was. Not because the pose is dangerous, but because the way that I'm used to holding my knee is dangerous. And now loads of my knee injuries that I had, I didn't realize were coming from a lack of ability to mobilize my joints, hypermobility. So now when I come into this, I have a slight bend. Now, for you, it might look quite straight, but to me, this is totally straight. Obviously, it's not totally straight, it's going too far. So I have to physically bend my knee. Now, when I started doing this felt very weak, and that was because all of these muscles weren't strong. Now, I feel totally strong. My quads are engaging, my hamstrings engaging, the muscles below the knee are engaging. So if that is you, I just want you to make sure that you have a soft bend in that front knee. Now, you're gonna take your arms long, palms facing out, and you're gonna reach. Reach, reach, reach. And I really want you to think about lengthening the side body. Then from here, you're going to slowly start to tip down. Now you're only going to take your hand to about the knee or a little bit lower. Then you're going to look up and reach that top hand up to the sky. What we're trying to do here is stack the arms on top of each other. You need to recheck in with the feet, making sure that you're pressing equally through both feet and that you're lengthening. What we don't want to do is tip too low and have this top arm and top shoulder dropping. We really want to be able to open up the chest and maybe one day look up. I wouldn't suggest holding on to the knee. If you are very tired, you can grip onto the front of the shin, but I wouldn't grip onto the knee joint because you're going to be pushing it the wrong direction. Once you're in your triangle, Utthita Trikonasana, maybe stay here for 5 breaths. Lengthening every time you inhale from tailbone to the crown of the head, from fingertip to fingertip, and really actively pressing through those feet. Then when you're done, look down, bend the knee to bring yourself back up, and step the foot forwards. Coming to the other side, stepping back with that left foot. I'll do it this way. So stepping back with that left foot, left toes face the side, straighten out that right leg, right toes face forwards. Again, making sure that all the muscles around that front knee are engaged, pressing into that back foot, engage the butt cheek. Arms long, palms face forwards. Start to tip, lengthen, 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 then start to come down. Doesn't matter how low you go, maybe one day you'll get all the way down, but I wouldn't worry about it. Only come to this distance to start. Again, making sure that you're pressing equally through those feet. You want to be pulling this thigh up to the hips. You're going to be lengthening from the tailbone to the crown of the head, and then see if you can elongate out of ring finger and middle finger as well. Take a nice big breath, look down, bend that front knee, step the back foot forwards. Well done, guys. So that is your Utthita Trikonasana triangle pose.